All you gotta do is put the gun. Here's the gun. Put it right here. Do it. Just do it. It's Tuesday, September 14th. I'm gonna figure out a way to get a Dropbox where everyone can upload a photo of themselves. I want to do a fun social experiment, a little social YouTube fun. Yeah, get a Dropbox where everyone can just upload any picture of yourself wearing a clown suit. Just send a photo of yourself or something, a picture of you in a costume, like anything, and we'll review all the photos together in like a week. So let me figure out a way to get that Dropbox going, probably on the next video. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and we can all laugh and have a good time together. Where's my phone? What should I address first? I guess I'll address the dislike on my one single dislike on the video I posted, the most annoying thing about being a man before the collapse. Am I nasally sounding? The problem is capitalism itself, is the system which pits us against each other. That's the part that I find primordially or instinctively troublesome. It doesn't jive with my hardwired genetic code. It doesn't vibe with me. In this new artificial world that we've created, do I think that like women should be put in their place? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying everyone has strengths and abilities, and they're better suited for some things. That's it. And I think even women could agree to that. But when you're overlapping responsibilities and societies become highly egalitarian, equal rights distributed all throughout, then you throw inequality on top of that. Unfortunately, it's the inequality that spoils it and makes it extremely unstable, aka how I feel and most men. So it's not a knock on women. I love women. I love strong women. I like women who can throw a spear. I like I admire talent, skill, and ability, but when it's handed out la-di-da-di with how much assets you can acquire it with, like it's all about money, then that spoils it. So I wanted to cover that, just clear the air. That's how I really felt at that moment. Actually, all the time. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to cover was, will we meet 1.5 degrees C target? All of us know the answer is no, but let's say, hypothetically, we wanted to know the carbon budget left, and there's a great carbon budget calculator online that you can use, and you can plug in what's required of what the IPCC sees, or you can plug in your own arbitrary number. But in order to meet the 1.5 degrees Celsius, you can use the tool, whatever, and you can see that the current emission rate's at 11.5 gigatons per annum. At this rate, the carbon budget will be fully spent in 2.5 years from now. And that this was in August, this presentation I saw this year. So that's about on par with everyone everywhere else has been saying, is that we got 1 to 2 years. How would society even remotely look like this? I certainly wouldn't be having the complaints about gender inequality and all of it, capitalism, all of it. We would need an entirely different system and rewire everyone's brain. Oh, hey, that system we've been using the past 150 years. Yeah, sorry, can't use that. And Russell Brand just had a little show about, why can't we talk about the science with Dr. Fauci? It's well, because we've been socially engineered to ignore reality, Russell Brand. But he gets 6,000 comments and 250,000 views. Just everyone wants to get in on the hype, the buzz. It's so fucking annoying. Okay, so we would need to meet 1.5, we would need a 5-fold increase in global Paris pledges and their successful implementation. Keep in mind, Australia is basically fuck you. They don't want to do anything. They export coal to China. And so you get China, Russia, India that are like, yeah, no, we might do it by 2050. So this is stupid-ass humans. We weren't clever enough to get our shit together and think as one species. But what a crazy time to be in the last, I don't mean to complain. I could have been born in the Roman era or like Greek. I could have been an Egyptian slave getting fucked in the ass like every day. I could have been a whole bunch of other things. Instead, I got the Anthropocene where I'm pretty much like Neo. I took the red pill and I get to drive around in machines and I'm basically a cyborg. I have augmented vision and I'm able to access databases and look at naked bodies on liquid crystal diode screens. Dude, it's crazy. These last 10 years are fucking bonkers. If you've seen the Unreal Engine 5 and VR, I tried that recently, like good VR Quest 2. Dude, it's unfucking real. We've gotten to this level now, almost Jetsons without the flying cars. Especially in the next few years as capitalism ramps up in one last spectacle. It's going to be one last spectacle of fucking craziness in the next 10 years. Okay, so then you want to meet the 2 degrees Celsius target at our current rate of 11.5 gigatons carbon per annum. At this rate, the budget will be fully spent in 9.5 years from now. So we would need a 3-fold increase in global Paris pledges and their successful implementation. But remember, we're fighting fires with helicopters that use gasoline. So I don't mean to comment again, but in short, we got the next 10 years to meet hell before life is over. And I'm going to just repeat what Mr. Beckwith said, Dr. Beckwith, about we need to stop all emissions, deploy solar radiation to the Arctic, and start sucking carbon out of the atmosphere. And basically, what Biden is doing is diverting he's invoking another Wartime Protection Act to build fire hoses, like shitloads of them, because we're lacking in them. He did it the first time for the vaccine production, and then yet you have people in New York protesting last night, like thousands of people all over the country, millions, that are protesting their freedom. This is the kind of stupid, petty shit that we banter about in the end times. Meanwhile, having like hyper-sophisticated technology that's able to access the Library of Alexandria at a dime on a dime, at a moment's notice, yet we bathe in our ignorance and blithe. It is unsurprisingly comedic and sad at the same time. So I took the red pill, and it's a good life, but less than 10 years to save the planet. We have to do those 3 things right now in the next 2 years, which clearly, is it happening? No. But I'll tell you a funny quick story that I'm not alone. I selfishly went to McDonald's for the first time the other day in probably 5 months to order myself something because I was in a hurry and like it was the only thing nearby. I mean, look, if we had a farming culture, I would like go to a trade outpost like a video game, and I would like buy what I need. But it was like late, and it was a matter of convenience. And the front clerk was a kind of goofy guy. Like I could tell, like I know like people like me that are kind of contrarians and live on the fringes, and I'm equally as unsightly. I understand. Even I can't dare to see myself sometimes. Like God, like I'm looking at people and they're looking at me, and it's like fuck, this is what they see. Anyways, he's got long dark hair, and he's got a necklace. Context clues. Talk to strangers. It's just so great. And his necklace had like a dark crystal and like an anarchist or a Satan like star. It was like kind of circular. I don't remember it exactly, but it was somewhat satanic or demonic looking. So what I inferred is this guy's he's a little out there. and he's got long, like, dark hair. And so I just decide to fill him in. I just decide to say, hey, man, because I'm not going to talk to this guy probably ever again. All hell's going to break loose in about 8 years, and you got to, there's going to be a mass famine and, like, wars and all that stuff. And he's quiet listening to me the whole while I'm telling him for this, for, like, I don't keep it long, maybe 15, 20 seconds. And then he just smiles and he says, can't come soon enough. And I was like, yeah, at that moment we connected. This fucking circus, this zoo, I'm over it, dude. I'm so over it with stupid Christian people that make up excuses and are still having church meetings. Like, churches are still being packed, and like this is the last 9 years to save, the last 5 years to save the planet. It's like, it's a fucking, we have really gone tipsy-turvy, upside down. It's so fucked. So, I don't know. I'm struggling to find inspiration to learn new things besides what I want to know and need to know, which is I'm going to go get a hatchet, go to the hardware store and get a hatchet and a compass and this, like, survival kit, like, first aid kit. I'm going to get a go bag. At the very least, I want to be able to survive, like, and some Spam, which is good for, like, years. I want to be able to survive at least a week. Like, have a kit that I can, water filter, a go bag. I'm not in a wildfire, but metaphorically, we're in a wildfire. The earth is on fire. So I'm focusing on doing that, and I listen to new music. But as for, like, I had a real thirst for, like, knowledge in my late 20s, especially after a relationship. Yeah, when you're in a relationship, they love you for who you are at that point in that time. And, like, to grow out of that, to grow into a new person, like, you almost got to leave the relationship. You got to do that search, that journey on yourself. So on that search and journey from my ex, I grew even more. This is very common. And now I feel like Super Saiyan. Like, I know what I need to know about psychology and how people operate. I got a bearing on things, but I want to get but finding a survivalist is a crew and a guru is, besides online, is very difficult in real life, because the people that tend to be into this are real nut jobs and conspiracy theorist types, and, like, it's not quite yet hit the mainstream. Everyone's too bedazzled with money and me and the self yet to see into the future, like my viewers and I have done over the past, just to get over that denial phase, just to even get over the first stage, and then before you go through all the emotions, that's a hump. That's going upwards motion. And how can you expect to be able to do that when they're so preoccupied with feeding their kids and paying bills? They don't feel an inclination. They just decide, I don't want to learn that. You gotta let people discover it on their own. No, it should have been the corporations and the world leaders' just responsibility to inform everyone, informed consent. Instead, Noam Chomsky was right. They informed him. He won, I think, a Nobel for this or something. He informed them that what they're doing with buying cars and living this lifestyle is okay. And they're giving them permission to do all these things without giving them the full label on the back about what that actually does. Like, what if you bought everything and on the back it said, hey, also this might contribute to the toxification of local fisheries and hatcheries? Would you still buy potentially, would you buy the product? I guarantee you a whole shitload of people would think twice. Instead, we told people, yeah, this is good, buy it, you need it, this is what you want, get it, and this is the lifestyle, and you want the job and everything, and just not try to screw yourself so hard. I'm sleeping much better, picking up my exercise routine. Again, try to find a way to get that box loaded, online portal. I'll build a web link. If y'all are into that, let me know. What would you like to see also? Like, I miss things. Okay. I think I miss you. Talk to you later. Bye.